and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. If you are new and you like makeup, beauty, hair or hauls, then please consider subscribing. So for today's video, I'm going to be trying out a product I've wanted to try for ages, and it's this one here. So it's the GIORGIO Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. So this one I've heard is supposed to be a really good foundation for more mature skin. I think it's, it's a great foundation for everyone, but particularly for more mature skin. So I got mine on Look Fantastic. I think I paid around, with a discount, I paid around £30 for it, which I thought was quite a good price. There were loads of shades to choose from, and I chose the shade 4. So it says on the box, Perfect Glow Flawless Foundation. That's about it. That's all it says. It doesn't really say anything else. That's fine. So this is the packaging of the box itself. It's very kind of classy, simple, if you know what I mean. And then this is the actual foundation bottle. So we've got a glass frosted glass bottle here, a glossy black lid, the little logo just here, and yeah, just the writing on the front there. Again, very simple. But I don't think you really need much more than that, do you? How much is in here? 30ml. So, yeah, kind of like an average size tube, I would say, an average amount of foundation. But yeah, so let's put it to the test. I'm going to do a wear test with this today. So I'm going to try and leave it on for at least 8 hours. I'm going to start off by just priming my skin. I'm just going to go on with the Lottie London matte setting spray. I just find this works quite well for me. Didn't really think it through with the top that I put on. Doing a foundation review with a light coloured high neck top isn't really the best. Just pop a couple more clips on. I might just tuck my neck in a bit just for while I apply it. Might help a bit. Right, okay, so as I say, I've got the shade 4, so it's like this in the tube. It looks a pretty good match, to be honest with you. I'm going to take 2 pumps, I think, to start off with. That actually looks a really good colour. Excuse the cat scratches on the back of my hand. And I'm going to go on with a foundation brush. This is just a flat tops kabuki. This is how I would always apply my foundation. So just showing you before I apply it, this is how my skin is looking. I'm just going to do this cheek to start off with. So that's how it's looking. It's kind of, it's not too bad, to be honest with you. Got a teeny tiny bit of redness here. It's a lot better than it used to be. I've got a little blemish here and here just coming through. Yeah, obviously, larger pores. But yeah, right. So we'll go on with the brush. It has a very serum-y texture to it, I will say that. Which I like. I do like those sort of foundations. It doesn't feel, drying in any way whatsoever, which, it's a luminous silk foundation, so it shouldn't do, should it? If anything, it might be a little bit light, but that's fine. I'd rather it be a bit light because I can always darken it out with bronzer eyelash. Right, okay, I do have a little bit of dry skin just around here at the moment, so never mind that, but we'll look at the rest. Right, so I'm going to take my sponge, this is what I would always do, and just press that into the skin just to make sure it's really nice and even and, no brush strokes. If I come up as close as I possibly can without it blurring, this is how it is looking on my skin here. As I say, this patch here, it is dry anyway. I'm trying to sort that out. So just ignore this, but the rest is the same on both sides. So we're looking at that, which I think is really nice. It has evened things out. It looks really natural, which I like. It looks like my skin, sort of on my neck. I think that's a perfect colour match. Show you my skin without it on compared to with. So yeah, I would say it's kind of like a light to medium coverage. It's not, very full at all. I'm going to need a bit more actually. But yeah, I do think it's really nice. I don't like a full coverage foundation anyway. I much prefer like a BB cream, CC cream, which I would say that texture wise and coverage, this actually compares to quite a lot. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and apply it to the rest of my skin now. Right, okay, so it's all on completely now. Look at this dry skin. I had a really bad cold just before Christmas and just over Christmas as well. And my skin has been so dry, like around certain areas, like obviously around my nose and just around my mouth here as well. But yeah, anyway, never mind that. So as I say, just ignore the dry patches here. That's my skin. But yeah, we can see that it's a really beautiful, like it evens everything out. Really beautiful finish. I would say, if I'm being honest, it's not as dewy as I was expecting it to be. With it being a Luminous Silk Foundation, I've tried the Audi version of it, the dupe. And if I'm being totally honest, I actually prefer that because I actually prefer the way it looks. This is a little bit more, I'd say a little bit virgin on the matte side than what I would normally go for. I do still like it, don't get me wrong, but it is probably, yeah, it probably is a little bit more matte than dewy. Yeah, so I don't really see the kind of illuminating part coming through, if I'm being totally honest. And I know I did use a matte setting spray to start off with, but I always would. That just stops me from getting too oily underneath the foundation. It doesn't really tend to affect the foundation that I put on top of it. So yeah, but saying that, I do still like it. I will wear it. I do still like it. I think it's nice. I like the finish. You know, it's not too matte or anything like that. It's kind of, I don't know, really, a bit more satin. I feel like throughout the day, as my natural oils start to come through, it will probably look a bit better, if I'm being totally honest with you. And once I've got the other products on in the my like glowy setting spray and everything at the end. So that's what I'll do now. I'll go ahead and do the rest of my makeup as I always would. Right, okay, so that's all my makeup now finished as I would do it kind of in my everyday routine. Nothing too heavy, quite natural, and this is how we're looking. So I must say that the cream products in particular, I use a cream blush, have layered over this really, really nicely. I will say that. I found that when I did my bronzer, which is a powder bronzer, that it kind of took away some of the foundation from underneath, which doesn't normally happen. So that was a little bit strange. But yeah, but you can't really tell because, as I say, now I've got the blush over the top. It's kind of evened out a little bit. The highlighter went on okay, but that was more on top of the blush than anything. So yeah, I'm a little bit torn with this, if I'm being honest with you. I was really looking forward to getting my hands on this, to trying it out. And yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about it. I'm really not. I think it's going to be one of those ones that, you know, as I say, I'm going to do a wear test with it, see how I feel at the end of the day and how it's worn and everything, and, you know, how it looks after my natural oils start to come out, as I say. At the moment, I'm not liking, I know this is my skin, but I'm not liking how dry it is around here. Yeah, the normal sort of foundation that I've been using recently, which is a more dewy one, which isn't a foundation, to be honest with you, it's a CC cream, the Iborian one, doesn't tend to emphasize my dry patches here, but it is obviously, it's like a skincare product. It's more of a creamy formula, whereas this one, as I say, is a little bit more on the matte side. But yeah, there we go, I'm rambling. So I'm going to leave this on now for the rest of the day, hopefully for at least 8 hours, and we'll see how we're getting on then. So just showing you on my tablet, the time is now 11:14. So yeah, I don't know, I'll check back sort of between 7 and 8, and yeah, we'll see how we're looking. Okay, so I've now had this on for over 8 hours actually. So if I just show you, the time on my tablet is 17 minutes past 8, and it's not too bad actually. I will say that, bearing in mind, as I said before, the dryness on my actual skin. So take that away. So we're kind of concentrating from here up. So if I come in really close, oh, look at this. It's so annoying. But this is obviously all my dry skin just here, which is why I'm saying kind of disregard this area here. But if we look from kind of here up, it actually looks really nice, I have to say. It's barely budged, barely moved. This bit here is just where I've had glasses on. But yeah, my forehead still looks pretty good. It hasn't even gone like mega oily or anything like it does most of the time. And yeah, where I've put my blusher and highlighter on here, it still looks exactly the same, I would say, as it did earlier. So yeah, even around my nose, to be quite honest with you, it still looks pretty good. I haven't had, there's a tiny bit here, but you know, it does that anyway. It doesn't matter what product I use. But yeah, it's not bad at all, to be quite honest with you. Yeah, I'm actually really pleased with it. So yeah, I'll definitely, you know, continue to use this. I'm obsessed with the colour match. I couldn't have got it any better, I don't think. I think it's perfect. But I do think that once this clears up, this dryness, that, you know, it'll look like this on my whole face. I don't think I'm going to have a problem with it at all. So as always, I will leave the product in the description box below for you, along with a discount code as well. I have got a discount code for Look Fantastic, so I'll stick that down there as well. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed watching, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up, and I'd really appreciate it. It means the absolute world to me. If you did enjoy watching this video and you would like to see more content from me in the future, and you would like to subscribe to my channel. Until then, thanks for watching. Bye!